Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. In this video, I'm going to show you this copper shimmery eye makeup look, which is an eye look more focused on beginner friendly because I've done quite some more dramatic looks lately. So I wanted to do a more easy to recreate look as well. So people that are not really experienced with makeup can recreate this as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime the eyelids. I'm using this paint from Hindash Cosmetics. But if you don't have an eyeshadow primer, you can also use some concealer. I would suggest to just use something because you want to remove all the redness from your eyelid. Then I'm going to set it with some powder just to make sure that the primer is locked in place. And I will be using my palette that I created together with Sigma Beauty. I have it linked down in the description bar. Now the first color I'm going to go in with is called Cottage. It's a super matte white shade. And I'm going to apply this underneath the highest point of my brow. I'm not going to apply too much of it. I wanted to actually just have a light sheen of color, of this white color. But I didn't want it to be like super white, but just to kind of brighten up my skin. Then I went in with the color Nacho Cheese and I used a big fluffy blending brush. I used the Sigma E40 brush and I'm just going to sweep my brush in my crease going from left to right. And just kind of like sweeping it back and forth basically. This color is super pigmented as you can see, so it didn't really require me to go in like many times with this color. But first I just focused on blending it in my crease and then I also made like circular motions in my outer part of the eyelid. So I'm just gonna like blend my brush back and forth. You can see that I'm not too careful with this. And then I went in with a brush which is a little bit tinier and focused more on the outer part of the eyelid because I'm not going to go in with any eyeliner. I'm going to keep it a bit more simple. So I want the eyeshadow to be in the outer portion of my eyelid as well. This will create a nice round shaped eye look. So I just made sure that everything looked well blended out. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with this color called Cinnamon Roll, packing a little bit of that eyeshadow in the outer portion of the eyelid, and then with what there is left on my brush, I'm gonna blend it a bit towards my crease as well. But I wanted most of this color to be like at the outer part, just to create like a little bit of darkness. And this color looks kind of similar in undertone, even though the previous color is like way more orange. This one also has kind of like an orangey undertone. So then I went in with the color Worthy, which is kind of like a coppery color, and I'm going to use my finger to apply this all over my eyelids. I feel like with shades like this, it's best to first just use your finger. Don't mind my nails. I actually removed my nails because my nails were super damaged. So I just wanted to give them a few days to breathe and not apply any nail polish. So I know they look terrible, but don't worry. I have already fixed them in the meanwhile. So now I went in with the brush with that same color, just used a little bit of setting spray on it, and this will intensify the eyeshadow. So my tip is just to first use your finger and then you can go at the end with a wet brush and apply even more, and this will intensify the eyeshadow even more and really give you that shimmer that you want it to have. So I did that and it definitely made the eyeshadow look so much more pigmented, but I would definitely suggest to first use your finger with the like dry eyeshadow and then use a brush with the wet eyeshadow on top of it. So then I went in with that same color as I used in my crease, and now I'm gonna drag it down the lower lash line as well. I'm taking a flat diviner brush and I'm just packing it on and kind of sweeping my brush back and forth. Not being too careful with this again because it's not really necessarily to be too carefully with it, if that makes sense. Like, you can just sweep your brush back and forth and it's gonna look good anyways. Like, it's not like a super precise eye look, if you know what I mean. So then I went in with a big fluffier brush and just blended along the edges and just looked where everything needed a little bit more blend. Then I went in with this pencil, which is by Charlotte Tilbury. It looked really similar to the eyeshadows I used, so I thought it would be perfect to match with today's eye look. Then I quickly curled my lashes because it's time for mascara. I used I'm not sure which brush I used. I think it's actually a mascara from Charlotte Tilbury. And then I also went in with this one from Lancome because I wasn't really liking how it looked. Then I went in with some super natural wispy lashes from Ardell. And that's already the last step. I think this eye look is so beautiful for springtime, for summer. But you can also rock this eye look in like for the holidays with like a red lipstick. I love it. It really pops my eye color, and I would love for you to try it as well. If you do, don't forget to tag me on social media. And yeah, I just want to say thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!